Yeah, hi there everybody. It's me again, Craig Bluenaz, and you might have seen me recently in one of Jen Zeppelin's videos. That was really me. A couple of weeks ago I was visiting Ontario from British Columbia, and I happened to be in the same city that Jen Zeppelin lives, so I got in contact with her, and Jen and I made a video. We visited a couple record stores, and it was a lot of fun. And it's funny, we met at the first record store, Cosmic Dave's Vinyl Emporium, and it was the first time we met. And I said to her, "You're a YouTube star." It was like it was like meeting a star or something like that. Because I've been watching your videos for a couple of years now, maybe 3 years, I don't know, but they're all excellent videos, and it was a nice day. Had a good conversation and saw some good records, good record store. Next morning we went to Records on Wheels and did a bit more shopping. Jennifer took all the footage, wrapped it all together, did her fantastic editing, and then uploaded that really nice video last week. And maybe many of you have probably watched it already. So I'd like to show you some of the records I bought when I was there. And these came from Cosmic Dave's. The first one is Trooper, Canadian band, kind of late 70s. It's an album called Hot Shots. It's like a greatest hits album. And I bought this for a friend of mine. I already have the album, but a friend of mine's getting into some more Canadian stuff, and I bought this for him. This one's for me. The Byrds. It's their album called Younger Than Yesterday. It's from about 1965, 66. This is a stereo copy, and it's a British import. I have a mono copy of this, but not a stereo copy, so it was nice to get that one. Arthur Lee and Love. This one is called Out Here. It's on Blue Thumb Records, and this is a double album. It was released after the Elektra albums of the mid-60s. I think Arthur Lee is the only original Love member that's on this album, though. And as Jennifer mentioned in her video, we both picked up copies of Love Forever Changes. I already have a vinyl copy, an original vinyl copy that's really beat, so I took the opportunity to pick up a new reissue. Forever Changes. This is an album, The Black Angels, Phosphine Dream, and I've seen other YouTubers purchase this and present this album. I love the cover on this, it's fantastic, and I think it's Mark who owns Cosmic Dave's Vinyl Emporium. He had this in the store and he played it for me, and I did really like the music, so I thought I'd pick it up while I was there. It's kind of the same on both sides. There's supposed to be a book in here. I haven't opened it yet. And I should say about Mark, he's a really good guy. Mark, I went the day before on a Sunday when the store was closed, and I was looking through the windows, and he was there. Came to the door, let me in, and we had a nice conversation. We discovered that we know the same people here in BC, which is a hell of a coincidence, but really good guy. This is Pink Mountaintops, Axis of Evil. Really nice cover, and apparently it's the same fella that is in Black Mountain, Vancouver band, which I really like. So I thought I'd take a chance on that one. Then we went to Records on Wheels the next day, and I picked up just a few fillers for my collection. I have most of the Atlanta Rhythm Section albums, and I picked up the album Dog Days. This might be the only one of the early albums that I didn't have. Here's a fella that I'm a big fan of. I don't think I had this album. It might be the only one I didn't. Al Cooper. This is Naked Songs from 1972. Duane Allman Anthology, double album. And it's a collection of some of his studio... He was working as a session man as he was in the Allman Brothers and before the Allman Brothers, and it has a lot of his session work, plus it has some of the early greatest songs of the Allman Brothers, like Statesboro Blues. And this one has on it a Records on Wheels bag. It's always cool to see these old record bags. This one is from 1980. It was originally put on Herb Alpert's Rise LP. Then the way home, I stopped in Newmarket, Ontario, and picked up this book at, there's a Goodwill store. It's Glenn Miller, The Age of Swing. I like swing music, big band music, and this is a biography of Glenn Miller. It's a British book from, I think, the 1980s. Lots of pictures. Really good book about swing music and Glenn Miller. And then I went into a Salvation Army store, which is right next door, picked up a British copy of the Glenn Miller Memorial album from around 1970. And it's nice to get a British copy of this because it's on better vinyl than what it was the old Dynaflex vinyl, RCA stuff, when it was released here in Canada. Now, a 45 I picked up there as well. Jack Nitschke. It's called Senorita from Detroit. And on the other side is Porto Vallarta. Now, Jack Nitschke is most famous for his work with Phil Spector doing the arrangements for the Wall of Sound recordings, the girl group stuff in Los Angeles, the early 1960s. And he also worked with Neil Young back in the 60s. And many people did a lot of soundtrack work and stuff like that. And, same place, Arthur Brown. Now Arthur Brown, this is the same Arthur Brown as I Am the God of Hellfire. Only this album came out around 1975. I haven't played this yet. It's a DJ copy, not for sale, and it's on a Motown subsidiary, which is kind of odd. But a couple tracks that are on here that people might know. We've Got to Get Out of This Place, which is a cover of the song made famous by the Animals. And Out of Time, written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. Hopefully I'll get to go to Sudbury again. Maybe we'll do another video with Jen. And thank you very much for watching.